Okay, main event
time.
time.
Lock it up.
Main event time for Bellator 300. Lightweight title bout as part of Bellator's Lightweight World Grand Prix. Usman Nurmagomedov putting his belt on the line against Brent Primus. Is it Primus or Primus? I'm second guessing myself.
Primus.
Primus.
I'm wrong. Either way. Okay, Nurmagomedov, the 25-year-old out of Dagestan, Russia, 17-0 as a pro. Only 3 of his wins have gone to the scorecards. 6 submission victories, 8 knockout victories. He has been with Bellator since 2021, of course, undefeated under Bellator. He's the reigning lightweight world champ, most recently choking out Benson Henderson back in March of this year in round number 1. He will be standing across from Brent Primus, the 38-year-old out of Portland, Oregon. 12-3 as a pro, with 8 finishes, 6 of them submissions. Most recently coming off of a nice unanimous decision victory over Mansour Barnaoui back in May of this year. Omar, start us off. We're going to go out strong, baby. You should take in your pick.
I have no intention of picking against Usman Nurmagomedov. Not this lifetime or anytime soon. I also think that, for those of you who don't know, could have added this in the sphere maybe, but it was a small little tidbit. Cain Velasquez got permission to corner Usman Nurmagomedov.
No.
So he will be there. Yes, he will be there. And it just seems like the cards are falling for Usman here. Seems crazy to pick against him. From a technique standpoint, I would say the wrestling probably favors Usman in this as well. Brent doesn't really do too much other than wrestle. I don't trust his striking all that much. And so if we're going for wrestling, I'm going with Usman every day of the week. So give me Usman by unanimous decision. I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if he chokes out Brent Primus, though.
Okay. Let's see.
You were on, Michael?
Yeah, Mark, you go.
You ready for these odds?
Oh, this one's got to be a little wild, especially against Brent Primus. I would imagine Usman is probably a 600 favorite.
Triple it and then add some.
Holy shit.
Minus 1950. Basically call it 2,000. Brent Primus is plus 950. So basically plus 1,000. Basically minus 2,000 plus 1,000. This is what we're talking about here.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
That's fucked up, actually.
Yeah. I wonder what it started at and if money just poured in on Usman or if it was always this wide. I don't know, but that's crazy lines. So, yeah, for the fight. 1 inch of height and 1 inch of height for Usman, but 1 inch of reach for Primus. It's kind of interesting to me because obviously I get Usman being a huge favorite, but man, Brent Primus is not an easy man to fight. Like, there's the one time he got finished a couple fights ago by Alexander Shabley, which was a body shot that just caught him perfect. But aside from that, he's a really hard guy to finish or even to clearly beat. And he's a guy who never stops coming. He showed that against Barnaoui. He's relentless in his grappling, both offensively and defensively to reverse positions. He'll stick to you. He'll try to use that pressure to his advantage, control you. He's just not an easy day in the office. So those odds being that big is a little odd to me. With that said, if what we get on Saturday is like a masterclass from Usman Nurmagomedov, my view of him is going to skyrocket just because of what I just said, that I feel like Primus is a hard guy to go masterclass on. But we may, man, because Usman is pretty good. He's 17-0. He's obviously undefeated. He's looked unbelievable thus far. And, of course, for the pick, I do have to go with him. I don't think Brent Primus is the guy to change that. And that's mainly because of similar things to what Omar said. I think Usman can absolutely hang in the grappling and maybe even slicker than Brent Primus in that department. He's probably not as clingier and sticky as Primus, but I think he's slicker and can maybe catch something more than Primus can catch something. So I think they're pretty comparable there, and then that leaves the striking where I just think Usman is levels above. I think the range striking is going to be a real problem for Brent. He will walk forward, so maybe he can change some things. But in the end, I think we're talking about a tough challenger who's just not on the same level as the champion. So I think Usman will show that, and I'm going to say round 3 TKO.
Boom.
Man, how can you pick against Usman Nurmagomedov, man? He fights perfectly. He's undefeated, 17-0. Not
Such a good summary of him. He fights perfectly.
Thank you.
Like that's really that. Yes.
Yeah, he's just like untouchable, man. Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to finish Primus. I'll say round 4 TKO as well. And that being said.